Recently, CRN surveyed more than 100 IT leaders and found that 28% of organizations are actively implementing or considering these devices as part of their refresh plans. We'll explore how Dell AI-powered PCs and innovative solutions are helping partners drive productivity, enhance security, and support the evolving needs of businesses. Joining me today to discuss this further are Eric Arcese and John Siegel from Dell Technologies. Glad to have you both with me.
Great to be here.
Thank you, Kenna.
AI adoption obviously is a hot topic right now. Can you share how customers are engaging with AI and what key trends or challenges are emerging in those conversations?
In these past couple years, since AI came onto the scene, it's unlike anything we've seen before. I know Eric and I have been around technology for a little bit here, and it's touching literally every single industry. It's touching every single, function, which it's within every company as well. And, what you asked for trends. I mean, one of the trends and things we hear from customers is they want to be able to deploy AI where it makes the most sense. That could be in the data center. That could be in the cloud. That could be at the edge. That could be on their PC. They just want that flexibility, and that really aligns to our point of view from a Dell perspective, which is we've been trying to help customers bring AI to their data wherever it is. And the reason for that is, first of all, if you have the data closer to where you actually want to process it, latency is lower, costs are lower, and you tend to have better security as well as part of that. So, this all ties into our Dell AI Factory, which we announced earlier this year, which is really around taking advantage of the full portfolio that we have and helping customers run AI, where they want to. And I'll just say, as AI moves from training, which is where it's primarily been in terms of in the cloud or even in the data center, we're seeing more and more AI move towards inferencing and at the edge. And that's really where the AI PC comes in.
John, you brought up the AI Factory, and I remember seeing the AI Factory for the first time really featured at Dell Tech World earlier in the year in May. And there's this beautiful rendering of the factory, which almost think of it as a reference architecture, if you will. And it had these blocks, these big blocks like data, services, open infrastructure, an ecosystem, and outcomes, right? And I think about the role of our partner community. The role of our partner community is in the gaps between those blocks, stitching it all together, bringing it together, really filling in the seams and making sure that it's incredibly cohesive. We can't do it alone, right? We need that partner ecosystem to be able to help navigate a pretty complex topology of IT providers in market that are changing so much, right? And it's such a dynamic market, right, John? I know you're seeing it as well in the client space.
No single vendor can do this all alone. I think whether it's, Dell along with our system integrators and channel partners and ISVs, I mean, it's really a large ecosystem. And as you know, we've been working really hard to help lead that ecosystem and ultimately help our customers deploy AI as easily as possible. And that's what the AI Factory is also about, as you know, is trying to really simplify what is very complex behind the scenes and helping them make those critical decisions on what is their strategy, what are their use cases, and that they want to actually come out of the AI Factory, right? What do they want to produce? And those use cases could be everything from content generation, it could be code generation. There's a variety of use cases right now that are coming out of the AI Factory. And what's really exciting now is the AI PCs are a more prominent role, as we're starting to see inferencing in particular take off.
When you think about this AI trend and this new world order of AI from a partner perspective, partners need to make decisions each and every day who they want to bet on, right? From a partner perspective. And the great thing about Dell Technologies is we have the AI PC, we have the data center, we have servers, we have networking, we have the full gamut to be able to bring that AI factory to life. And it makes it very simple in terms of, one hand to shake when it comes to infrastructure to support that AI vision and to realize the promise of what AI can be for our collective customers around the world.
From what both of you are saying, it sounds like there's a case for adopting AI PCs right now. Can you expand on why you think now is the time?
This is the moment, as I've been, saying, and I feel like AI PCs more than ever now are needed. Just to take a step back too, I think AI PCs are much better than just your any PC. These are like sleek, beautiful, blazing fast, and they literally have all day battery life. So right off the bat, these are really, really good PCs. And then, by the way, they can handle AI workloads that we're seeing coming in a big, big way. And it's important for our customers to not only be able to run the AI workloads of today, but just as, if not more importantly, the AI workloads that are coming in a big way. And, you know, I like to use this analogy that you could try to run a marathon, could be the Boston Marathon, in flip flops, but why would you bother doing that? I mean, it's going to be really painful. It's going to be slow. You're going to get blisters everywhere. Why wouldn't you instead use some new, running shoes like Hoka's? And that's really a difference between non-AI PCs and AI PCs. It's that big of a difference. And so, as customers are coming up for refresh now and they're trying to make that critical decision, it's important that they consider not just the PC they need tomorrow, but the one they're going to need in a year, 2 years, 3 years down the line. And we think that that's going to involve having to be able to run AI on device, as we say, or AI on PCs. And one of the really strong use cases for this, or really arguments, is that there are lots of applications now being built to run on AI PCs. Specifically, AI PCs have NPUs, or neural processing units. And we are tracking right now over 400 applications that are under development to run on an NPU. There are some today, like Microsoft Copilot for 365, that can run either on PC or actually in a hybrid fashion. You've got Adobe. There are CrowdStrike applications that run really strong threat detection capabilities that really take threat detection to the next level from a security perspective. And there's just countless applications like that. And the last thing I'll say about this is that not only are there all these new applications coming out, but a lot of enterprises are coming to us together with our partners. And so they're looking for help. And oftentimes that's a really good use case for running it on a PC.
I love that analogy, John, of the marathon. It really is the right tool at the right time for the right workload. And oftentimes our partners sit where that workload is in terms of identifying the workload, coming up with a solution set for it, and working with Dell Technologies. Our partners know they have the right tools to get that workload done. What's really fascinating is to see all the places where these workloads are evolving in every vertical and every horizontal, just across the board, making transformations a reality for customers, irrespective of what market they're in, what vertical they partake in, or how they get the job done. But it's really cool. All these companies, wherever they are, they end up becoming tech companies, and we, with our partners, are enabling that tech evolution and that transformation, both in the data center as well as at the edge with our amazing PC portfolio. And John, how exciting is it? What we've just announced, it's pretty cool from a simplification perspective around our portfolio. I mean, in the last 40 years at Dell, I can't recall a moment where we've had such a big announcement in terms of just simplifying the portfolio across the board. Very exciting for our partner community, no doubt.
Yeah, we really have. And so, we've really unified and simplified our naming and our branding across the portfolio. And we listened to our partners around the world and customers as well, and actually surveyed over 13,000. And what came out loud and clear is that the brand that really they cared, that mattered the most to them and that they recognized, was Dell. And they also wanted a simpler way to navigate and to find the perfect PC device, for their AI use cases. And what better way to do that to actually just simplify the naming of the portfolio and unify it all around the Dell brand? And so that's exactly what we've done. So we've simplified it with using Dell. We have 3 product categories now. Dell for everyday use, if you will, for school, play, and work. We have Dell Pro, which is professional grade productivity. So think of that for professionals. And then we have Dell Pro Max, which is really taking, performance to the max with our workstation. So we've kept it really simple, and we think that this is going to help a lot. And I know that our partners are really excited about all the new offers we have as well, which include not just Intel and Qualcomm, but we've greatly expanded our AMD offers as well to give customers the ultimate in choice and flexibility when it comes to picking the best PC for their use cases.
Eric, what are the benefits for the partner community?
That's a great question, Kenneth. So the benefit for the partner community is our partners want to work with vendors that are simple, predictable, and profitable. And John just walked us through why simplifying the portfolio is going to yield a ton of benefits in terms of navigating the richest offering in the PC industry, right? So that's going to be more simple. We want to make sure our engagement is more predictable, right? You know how to engage with us if you're a partner. And then ultimately, we want to make sure partners are making money and building profitable practices around this AI PC offering and this incredible tech refresh cycle that we've just started embarking on. The opportunity is tremendous in the PC space, right? We have the largest install base in the history of tech. It's the oldest. A lot of it's 4 to 6+ years old. We have this compelling event with Windows 10 moving to Windows 11. And then we have the AI PC. We're bringing AI magic to the edge, to the end user, and our partners can deliver that, deploy that with Dell Technologies. I mean, it is a winning environment for our partners. We're thrilled for them and for our customers, our joint customers that we all wake up thinking about each and every day in terms of driving transformations for them in their respective businesses and organizations.
What is Dell doing to accelerate the adoption of on device AI and drive innovation with NPUs?
A lot of larger companies in particular have started to come to us. They want to build their own AI applications, that are leveraging their data, leveraging, picking models, if you will, that are available, typically open source. But how do you pull that all together and do that at scale? It's pretty complex. And so, when we've talked to them, they say, well, look, the whole process itself can take up to 6 months. You got to research the right model, pick the right model. What silicon do you want it to run on? Do you want it to run on a CPU or a GPU or an NPU? And again, this takes upwards of 6 months on average. And so what we've done is we've just introduced a new toolkit called the Dell Pro AI Studio, and really what this is about is it's giving our enterprise customers, if you will, a guidebook or a map to help them simplify the whole process. It's by far the most comprehensive toolkit out there to date. And again, more than anything else, it's designed to help our customers and our partners develop applications once and deploy it across a full fleet, if you will, of PCs, regardless of the silicon that they're running on.
John, that's a great point. Silicon diversity, right? Ensuring that our partners have choice to navigate all of this promise that we're going to see with these AI PCs. I think about the opportunity um, in the client space specifically. It's just enormous, right? And we have this clock, right, going towards October of 2025. We are keenly focused with our partners to get ahead of that date, to make sure that we have a great and a robust deployment strategy for our partners to get them ready. So whether it's an AI PC or it's just a total refresh of their whole client install base, we are working with them to make sure they have what they need to win.
Yeah, we're just, again, at the end of the day, we're just doing everything we can. As we said earlier, it takes a village to deploy AI and to do it simply and easily. We're in the early innings of its deployment out there. And look, we're doing everything we can. And I just will say that the Dell Pro AI Studio has been welcomed by the industry, and we're looking forward to the fruits of its labor in the coming months.
When you build out an AI practice as a partner, you would be remiss not to be focused also on the PC space, right? The data center, yes, but that AI at the edge is going to be critical to make sure any AI factory works. So when our partners are sitting down and architecting what their future AI practice looks like, oftentimes we start with the PC and the AI PC, which is really cool to think about, really going back to the basics for Dell Technologies, right, where it all started.
This is really a crucial part, an integral part of the Dell AI factory, bringing it back to where we started. And that, some of these applications that are being developed may make sense to run on the server, or in the cloud, or in a hybrid model where some data is accessed in the cloud or in data center, and others is actually accessed because it's private information on PCs. So think of this as broader than just an AI PC accelerant. It's something that really is looking to drive AI applications, for enterprises, period.
With AI comes security concerns. How can partners use Dell's built-in security to address growing security concerns?
Yeah, I will say security is by far, the biggest challenge that we hear from time and time again from our customers and from our partners. And we take a lot of pride in having what are the world's most secure AI PCs from a commercial perspective in particular. There have been surveys out there, there have been studies done. I mean, Principal Technologies recently found that no other PC manufacturer out there can offer the visibility that Dell does when it comes to BIOS. Because supply chain is also really one of the strengths of what we do overall, we've got a lot of security built into our supply chain to make sure that is also robust. And then finally, we also do a lot of things around monitoring. We, for example, monitor behavior-based monitoring to identify potential threats before they do any damage. You need multiple layers of defense, and you need those layers of security working together. And so one of the things we've done is we've partnered really closely with Intel and CrowdStrike together to provide really another level of security across the stack. And so what we've done is we're able to take the BIOS visibility that we have, we've integrated that in with CrowdStrike. And what they can do is they can provide really good visibility from a security perspective and actionability. And they can do that across the stack for our customers and giving them really, the best threat detection, if you will, out there across the stack. Across the board, we take a lot of pride in security, and we're doing it. And together with our channel partners at the get-go, we are helping ensure that AI can be done securely and simply. It is not easy. It's not as simple as just a device. It takes a full strategy from a security perspective.
That's a great point, John. We can't capture this market alone. We have to do it with our partners, and we're giving our partners tools to win and ensuring that they have the foundation from which to build a very thriving client business with this AI opportunity.
Eric, how does Dell's Apex PC as a service help partners invest in the latest technology and improve operational efficiency for customers?
I love that question, right? Because as a service is so important for our partners and customers alike, this utility model of computing, if you will. What started in the data center has expanded with Apex across the whole portfolio. So it's really cool to see that the AI PC is benefiting from this utility model. So, John, I don't know if you wanted to add to it, but I'm pretty charged up about the fact that whatever product or whatever part of our portfolio you want to light up, if you want it as a service, you can do that with Apex today.
Yeah, I mean, one of the great things about Apex and an as a service subscription kind of model is that you can have access to the latest and greatest technology out there. And with AI PCs, evolving so quickly, it gives customers that peace of mind that they can have access to the latest and greatest technology to do it from a subscription perspective. And I should be clear, it's not just the PCs themselves. It's also all the peripherals around the PC as well that they can actually include in a Apex subscription. And then they can also ask for, request services, whether it's from the partner or from Dell. And then, yeah, just that more than anything else, I think the budget flexibility that you mentioned, I think it gives customers that flexibility and control where they have a monthly subscription and can easily dial up or dial down the number of PCs, the number of peripherals, et cetera, that they need.
That's right, John. Apex gives you investment protection, right? At scale with the service model to ensure that you have what you need when you need it.
Finally, where can we learn more information?
Thanks, Kenna. That's a great question. Where to find more? Well, you can find more at the Dell Technologies Partner Portal. And if you're not already following it, please follow our Dell Tech Partner hashtag on LinkedIn. So great information there, and it's always up to date.
Thank you, John and Eric, for joining me here today. We've definitely learned a lot.
Kenna, we're just thrilled to be here with you. It's hard for John and I not to get excited about the PC opportunity before us, especially when it comes to AI PCs. This is a phenomenal landscape that's new, it's emerging, and it's ginormous. Our partners can win today by leveraging the power of the full portfolio. Number one, in everything all in one place with Dell Technologies. We are making it happen with AI PCs. So thrilled to spend some time with you today chatting about it with the one and only John Siegel. So thank you so much, Kenna, for that.
Yeah, thank you, Eric, and thank you, Kenna. And Eric, I just had to add to what you just said. We're also #1 in AI PCs as well.
Oh, did I forget AI PCs? I mean, let's talk more about AI PCs. Kenna, do you have any questions on the AI PC market that is so burgeoning?
And for everyone watching, thank you for tuning in. For the Channel Company, I'm Kenna Johnson.